Why have I got no sign for the cars? There you go. So looks like we've got a wet qualifying then in Japan for today's race. Kiwi has set the quickest time at the moment at 1:36.6. That's the first lap for him. Fox, Blue and Caden, their first races here in DRL. Third and fourth. Adrian Smith obviously had a moment on his lap of 1:53, 20 seconds slower nearly, pretty much. Chris has joined, and so CPI Danny, so we have now got a full grid. Let's try and find someone then. Let's get the track map up. Lap data on. Don't really need the telemetry. Well, we know everyone's on the internet at the moment. I don't know if it's going to dry up. But yeah, the flag that's cleared up. So everyone's going out now. We've got pretty much everyone out on track except for Lance out Reflection. And Chris will be getting his setup ready. Let's ride a board then. Turn that down. Don't want to deafen everyone with the sound when I go on board with all the drivers. There we go. So we're wide on board then with GI Danny. See what he can do. He had a good showing last week in Austria. See if we can follow up that performance. McLaren, he's got a car just then. Should be there. He's well just enough. Conditions look a bit treacherous out there. I don't think it's going to clear up. It does look like it's slow in the rain just a little bit. Got yellow flag in sector 2. I think that's just one. The curb there, kicking up the rain. See where he's going to come. It comes now to 130R. Flat out through there. Bit of curb on the outside. Into the chicane where we saw Senna. Now he comes to the line. Let's see what the McLaren can do. And his first push lap. Straight to pole. And he's done it by 0.6 of a second by the McLaren driver. It's a great lap. Is the track getting better, or is that just pure pace from him? We've got the two Aston Martin drivers, Finley and Luca, on hot laps at the moment. Luca's just entering sector 3 now. Let's see how he comes down. I wonder if these guys are going flat out through 130 out. Right, let's just have a look at his telemetry. It's going flat, it's going flat, it's going flat. He does go flat through there even in these wet conditions. I'm hoping the racing. Oh, he has a big slide into the chicane there and invalidates his lap. It was a good lap as well. I looked at it, he was purple in the second sector. That little slide though into the chicane cost him a lot of time and invalidated his lap. Then as he bounced across the second part of it, let's see if his teammate for the day, Finley, can get any better. Finley, should I say. Yeah, he gets through that chicane a bit cleaner. Puts the power down. Oh, no, straight into the pit then. He goes set a lap there. So as it stands, CPI Danny's on pole, 3/10 ahead of Caden. Kiwi's currently in P3, Jesla in P4, Vin in P5. These are all the guys with the 136s at the moment. Fox Blue in there as well in the Ferrari. Kim James had a good lap as well. He's up in 8th at the moment, just behind Sam. There's Basin. Basin's down in 13th at the moment. Made a jump up from T2 to T1 this weekend. He's coming around the final chicane. See if he's improved on his time. Was he coming into the pit? No. Into the pit comes the Alpha driver. Thought he was going to go straight into the pit wall there. Smith's on the lap as well. He didn't have the best first one. He's 6 seconds up on his time though. Already in that first sector. And whilst we're watching these people go, let's have a quick look at the drivers' standings then after Austria. Jeslat currently leads the Drivers' Championship, 14 points ahead of the McLaren of CPI Danny. Sam Newton's down in third. He's 33 points further back though from the leader. but he's got close contention though with Lancer, Berg and Kiwi. He's looking through. But the constructors is a bit tighter. No, actually the Haas have got a 25-point lead at the moment in the constructors over the McLaren team. McLaren, I don't know, just getting outscored each race by that Haas team. AlphaTauri are currently in P3. They have a new driver this week in Basin driving for them. See if he can help them mount a title challenge this year. Aston Martin really want to get there, just to give out only 83 points at the bottom as it stands. We've got 5 minutes left. The rain does not seem. I think Finley's left. It's just shoot him an invite. He's got to invite back in. I did see he got disconnected. Should be able to get himself back in now. So can anyone get close to CPI Danny? And wow, yes they can. The Aston Martin of Luca there, right behind him. Let's have a look at the gap to the leader. Look at that. Look at the top four, all under a tenth of a second, splitting all four of them there. CPI Danny leads them away, but Luca, Vin and Lancer all within a tenth of that lead at the moment. That's going to be very tight. I reckon everyone's going to have enough time to get a lap, maybe two in at most. Got 4 minutes to go. Caden's in the pit. Kiwi currently on a hot lap. He has it invalidated though. Ooh, that was very close with the Williams. That went flying past there. Quite a lot of people in the pit, so they will get getting ready to go. Chris is out on a lap. The other Chris isn't. Not yet. That Red Bull driver is not emerging from the pit lane just yet. Chris Alien though, getting ready to set a lap though in his Alfa Romeo. Only 4 guys haven't set a lap at the moment. Reflection, Chris and Chris. Finley's just rejoined into the session. He's probably just about going to be able to get a lap in now as soon as he takes control of his car. Hopefully he can get a lap in. First race in DRL, he wouldn't want to be starting at the back. Pretty much everyone now in the pit. A few guys out on track. Kiwis on a hot lap now that's coming through. The S's take the telemetry off. I don't like showing people because in case they find the ERS out. But Kiwis keeping it on the track while I'm doing it. Like I said, just doing it for Mercedes is my favourite car. Big Lewis Hamilton fan over here. Careful on that curve there. That's the corner I reckon is going to catch a few people out. This is where we have seem to have a game of dodgems on the first lap or two in the race. Oh god, Kiwi, please change gear. Oh my god, a bit of a spin there from Kiwi. There's a few guys going off track as well. Just catch that grass on the outside. Control though by Kiwi through there. Oh, right on the edge of track limits there, Kiwi. He comes down now. Is he up on his time through sector 2? Here he goes. He is. He's 6/10 up at the moment. Kiwi at the moment. That will be good enough to put him onto pole. Provisional pole, that is. Can he keep it together through the chicane? He does. The Wayne does seem to have stopped, but he's got a lot lighter. There is a dry line slowly forming, and Kiwi goes onto pole. Provisional pole for Kiwi by 0.2 of a second. Can he hold on to it though? We've got everyone now leaving the pits. So everyone leaving the pits now. We've got a few guys on the hot lap. Where is Jezza? Jezza's just starting a lap. Fox Blue in the Ferrari's coming down the back straight now at the end of sector 2. Is he up on his time? He's got to find 1.1 if he wants to get anywhere there. He's down on his time. He must be trying to build his ERS back up. King James got McLaren on. That's going to be Kiwi on a cool down lap. There is a kind of a traffic jam forming behind this group here. I think Bason's in there somewhere. Flag. Bason is on a hot lap. That guy, I think thought Bason was on the hot lap there. He nearly squeezed him off the track. See if Bason can get himself up here. He's P14 at the moment. Hard on the brakes into the chicane. I like his helmet, the fish helmet, by the looks of it. Comes around that final corner. Can Bason improve? He does improve by 4 tenths, but it's only good enough to get him up to P13 for the time being. So now we are definitely onto the final laps for everyone. There's a few guys here that have got to get across the line. We've got 22 seconds left. I think Finley will be the last guy to get that car across the line. So let's have a look where everyone is. Kiwi's retired. Just looking to try and catch the first guy coming around on a hot lap. And that's going to be Jezza coming to the line. No, Jezza's been given up on that lap. Fox Blue is invalidated. He's currently in P11. Where's the car? That's going to be the Red Bull of Chris. He hasn't set a lap yet. So this is going to be Chris's first and only lap of qualifying. He's managed to get back from London just in time. Going through the chicane. He's currently P18. He hasn't set a lap time just yet. See what he can do to the line. Chris to the line. Good lap there from Chris actually. P12 for Chris, just ahead of King James, who will be the next guy to cross the line. Okay, then has just gone into 5th as well in the Ferrari. Just trying to catch everyone else to cross the line. So the next guy's going to be a Williams. Let's see if it's going to be Vin or Extremist. Let's see if King James can improve. He does, only up to 12 though. Is it Vin coming around that last sector? It was, and Vin has gone up to P2. Not enough to beat Kiwi though. 0.2 down on that time. Extremist cross the line, doesn't improve. Next guy's going to be an Aston. Is it Luca? It is Luca. Is Luca going to improve? Luca does improve, and he goes 4 tenths quicker. He's on to pole. And Luca then looks like he's going to take pole position. I don't think there is anyone out there that's going to beat him unless Skelly's putting in an extremely good lap. Where did Finley go? Getting up to 11th. Chris is invalidated, so that is going to be your starting grid for the Japanese Grand Prix for DRL. Luca in the Aston Martin on pole. Lancer just behind, actually, less than 4 thousandths of a second in that Alfa Romeo. Look at that AI race going on there. Kiwi will be in P3. Vin will be P4. CPI Danny in P5, just ahead of Caden. Sam's up into P7. Chris P8. Smith in P9. Jezza down in P10. Not the qualifying Jezza would have wanted in the Haas. He's going to have to do some overtaking in the race. Skelly in P11. Fox Blue in 12. Give you the rest of the lineup after this. There we go, there's your confirmation. So Fox Blue in P12, King James P13, Casey P14, Zenix Shots P15, Chris P16, Finlay in 17th, Basin in P18, Extremist in P19, and Reflection didn't set a lap time in that McLaren, and we'll start at the back. I don't know what the weather is for the race, but we'll find out very shortly in 22 seconds time. Look at racetrack, how many people are invalidated. Okay, look at the list there. A lot of guys invalidating laps there. Basin got terminal damage. He must have crashed somewhere on the track. There's a lot of track limits there. Now we've got that we saw last week. The track limit penalties did play a part in who got the win and second place. Is that going to come into effect again this week? We get ready to go racing here. I wonder what the weather's going to be. If it's wet, it's going to be chaos. If it's dry, it's going to be chaos and not as much chaos. But it is going to be a wet race. Well, look to a wet start at least. I'm just looking down the grid there, and that marshal there on the right hand side has a really bad receding hairline and a penalty spot on his head. So that's a really bad hairstyle to be sporting here, especially without a hood as well. His forehead is going to be absolutely dripping. Like how EA have paid that much attention to the marshals' hairdos. Had you been on that Ferris wheel in the rain? Oh, you'd begin absolutely soaked. So we have got formation lap on. There is Williams that didn't get moving off the line there. I think it's not prepared. So we do have Luca on to pole then. Romeo off Lancer behind. Kiwi had a really good qualifying actually. He wasn't really looking very optimistic about his chances this race, but P3 start for him is very good for that. Then Porsche P4, Danny P5, Cade. I'm going to be rooting for Danny. He shares the same name as me, so Danny, if you're here, and go and get the win for us. Represent the Dannys out there. Caden in 6th, Sam 7th, Chris Alien in 8th, Smith 9th, Jess 10th, Skelly 11th, Foxbury 12th, King James 13th, Casey 14th, Zenix 15th, Faulkner 16th, Finley 17th, Basin 18th, Extremis 19th, Reflection 20th. Just have it in. So Jess is down in P10, then he's going to have to try and find a way through this field. It's not going to be easy in these conditions as well, but he's going to have to try and find his way through it. Good evening, David. So this could be, if it's going to be this kind of rain throughout the race, you're looking at probably 1 stop, maybe 2 stop race. I think you can do 1 stop on the inters, depends how much wheel spin you're going to be spinning them up. Might actually be quicker to do 2 stop. We don't know, or I don't know if the conditions will be drying up, but if they do, I also remember I've raced here last week. Fuel is a concern around here. I'm hoping a few people have overfueled. Unless we get a safety car, and that will nullify that effect. I'm not doing all that far, getting a bit tail happy. There's he lines upon the grid. Very tail happy for Caden. There's he lines up. Luca though, look, pointing his car straight at Lance. Look for that run down to turn 1. Lance has been disqualified, so he's going to be starting a metre back. So we will ride on board with Luca at the start. We'll quickly switch to the normal camera. We'll switch to the leader on the start to see what kind, if they can get a good start off the line. Here we go. There's your fireflights and the lights. Okay, and here we go. And it's a good start by Luca, an even better one by Kiwi. Kiwi's already going around the outside of the Lance. It's come down to turn 1. Luca's just managed to keep it. Kiwi's just gone ahead. And there's a bit of contact just behind to see if everyone's making it through turn 1 cleanly. They have, by the looks of it. There was a bit of a front wing actually into turn 2. The Red Bull's getting very close together, but out front Luca's got a great start. Kiwi off the line was flying, and just behind Lance now gone under pressure from CPI Danny. He's managed to get back ahead of him there. keep that Danny behind. A few people running off. They're going to get some track limits coming up. Oh, King James, I think's had a moment. He's dropping down in the Haas. Has he got damage? He's dropped right down the field. I can't see any damage on that Haas. He's dropping like a bit of everyone losing traction around the hairpin. And we've got Extreme, it's just ahead Philly, Zenix just going side by side here. And Philly gets ahead of Zenix just for the time being. This is a good clean start actually, everyone's got away nice and cleanly. Let's see if everyone can settle into a good pace here. And Luca's gone. Luca has already pulled a 1.5 second lead over Kiwi at the moment. He's absolutely flying. It's like he's driving in dry conditions. But Lancer and Danny coming close. Bit argy-bargy between the two. And Danny gets past Lancer into P3. We've got a yellow flag as a McLaren round. It's going to be a reflection. It is reflection. He's round at the chicane. Skelly is into the pit. Oh, he's going to have a new front wing change then for Skelly. Not what he wanted on lap 1. Lucas is absolutely gone. He's now 2.5 seconds up the road from Kiwi. Danny, though, is on his tail. There is a little bit of a train forming behind Kiwi. He had a fantastic start. He's now having to fight to keep hold of that 2nd place. Luca. No, there's possible race strategies. One stop is looking quickest. Kiwi, for Luca, the longer Kiwi can keep these guys behind him, the better for him in the Aston Martin, who are currently bottom of the Constructors' Championship. They will be hoping that Luca could just run away with this and get some very good points for Aston Martin, get them off the bottom of the table. CPI Danny though is all over the back of Kiwi here. Kiwi's got to keep him behind. So Luca didn't really pull out much of a gap through the 1st and 2nd sectors here. But Danny trying to catch Kiwi now. Get to 130. He's gaining the gap now, less than a tenth. Oh, they had to lift there. Is he going to go for the move onto Kiwi into the chicane? He does. He's going to have to go the long way round. Kiwi showing him the curb. Oh, there's contact. Oh, come on, guys, keep it. Oh, they've gone. They've gone. Kiwi and Danny, contact there. I don't know if either one of them have picked up damage. Can't see the front wing of Kiwi. Is struggling. I think Kiwi definitely might pick damage. He clouds the barrier, but Danny doesn't seem to have damage. What about Kiwi? Kiwi's dropping. So from 2nd and 3rd, they've gone to 6th and 9th. Kiwi's front wing is intact, but I reckon he might just have is drooping on that left-hand side. We've got another yellow flag, and that's a Red Bull, and that's going to be Chris. Chris then has lost it into turn 1. He's dropped way down the field. Basin is currently P16. King James for company behind him. He's got Extreme steady. They had contact in the Wednesday race. Basin will be wanting to get past Extremish for that grudge battle between them. Luca now leads. He's 3 seconds up the road from Lancer. That little incident there between CPI Danny and Kira has cost them time, but helped Luca to get a bit further up the road. Caden though has benefited from that. He's up to P3. So position changes then after 3 laps. Caden and Sam have gone up 3 places from that start. CPI Danny's now down in 5th. Finn is lost 2 places down to 6th, but he's on the back of CPI Danny now. And Jezza's gained 2 places. Jezza is trying now. He's got Chris ahead of him. See all these guys weaving, thinking about making move. Oh, there was contact there. There's definitely contact there. Vin is off the track. Reflection has retired. We have got a safety car and a massive pile up at the chicane. Vin was definitely caught in that. I think it was with Chris ahead of him. Jess has benefited from that. He got past both of them. It looked like Chris maybe outbraked himself or into Vin. So we get the safety car out there. That's not going to be what Luke would have wanted. There goes his lead. Finley in the pit. Kiwi in the pit. Chris in the pit. Reflection is out. So everyone now going to catch back up. We're going to see if anyone decides to pit here and get a fresh set of inters. Only 4 laps in, is it worth maybe risking dropping a few places here just for a fresh set? But let's have a look then. So in terms of positions going, Caden and Sam have made up 3 places. Jez has made up 4. Finkel's last 4 though. He was actually up only 1 place down, but that little spin in the chicane has cost him, going down to P8. Casey's in it. The extremist made up 6 places. Bason's made up 4. Kiwi though has dropped 14 places. He will not be happy. I think that's going to be definitely going into the stewards ring. That incident. Skelly in P18's lost 7. Just switch the leader, see if anyone's going to come into the pit. Vin's got a 5-second penalty there. That'd be for cutting the corner through the chicane, but he was spun, so he should be allowed to get that removed. And as we see, Luca does pit there. Luca's decided, I want the fresh, so does Lancer. Caden's in, Sam's in, Super Danny's in, Jez is staying out, Chris Alien getting to stay out. They're going to inherit the lead of this race, so does Vin. And Smith also staying out. That's just the front group of pitting. That's going to put them right down the field here. That's literally going to put them all to the back. So there you go. The whole grid is now going to be shook. Where's Luca going to rejoin? Luca rejoins in P9 behind Basin. Lancer's going to come out in P11. They are going to have fresh inters, but was it worth fresh inters only after 4 laps? So I reckon they're still going to have to pit again, unless it's going to dry up. There is a front wing on the side of that track, and that front wing I think belongs to the house of King James. It does. King James front wing has gone. Now this is a disaster for King James then, because if the safety car comes in at the end of this lap, he is going to lose so much time. I mean, he must have had some sort of coming together, maybe with Luca, who's just ahead of him. Fastest lap as well. There you go, position change, but some people have pitted, some haven't. Fastest lap is a Lancer actually, a 1:38.8. Nice lap there from Lancer in the rain. It's about 6 seconds. No, 2-3 seconds slower than we did in quali. I'm just going to be waiting for that safety car to come in. King James is going to be praying that that safety car does not come in on this lap in that half. He's going to find himself about 30 seconds to 40 seconds down. Jeff, Chris, Smith, Finn, Casey, Swimmers, Mason, all pretty much gambled that they would stay out and take the positions. It's a track position with more key to them, and the safety car is coming in, so that is going to be a disaster for King James. He'll be shaking his head in that cockpit. So we all back up now to keep your gaps on any collisions, because everyone's going 2-3 wide here. And Jez has gone. Jez has floored it into the chicane. He's caught. Oh, Jez getting a snap there on his traction control. Felt like he had a really good getaway from Chris there, but that has just wiped that out. Chris is going with him now. Smith there, all just behind though. We've got a freeway battle. Case is going to be 3 wide into turn 1. Oh, the Alpine backed out of that. The Williams has gone on. That is going to be Vin. He's got to rejoin. He gets back on the track just ahead of Luca. Basin got dropped there. But the 3 wide of Casey is on it, and Vin. Casey came out on top. The Alpine backed out of it. I think it was probably the wisest decision. He didn't want to go 3 into turn 1 there. Vin lost out, ran wide, and he's now down to P6. He's caught right back up there. Look at Luca. Oh, they're going side by side. Looked like they was giving each other a push right there, and Luca's not giving up this battle. The Williams and Aston Martin going proper racing here. Luke has got to make up his own fresh inters though. He was leading this Grand Prix. Ooh, wing to wing to wing to wing. There for the 100. No one picks down. Vin is literally drifting out of that hairpin there, but he's got a good run on Luca now. That was some good hard racing between them. Caden's got ahead of Lance as well. Oh, did get ahead of Lance. Oh, Chris Hayden's retired. Another safety car. Where's Chris's car? Chris's car in the middle of the track. People having to dodge the car, but it would be a ghost. Oh, and King James is going to be happy. He'll be able to catch straight back up to the back of his field now. We've got the second safety car. We're only on lap 6 here. Now we'll Jez to the pit. No, Jez is staying up. So Smith. Casey out. The next shot in. That's going to promote Luke to P4. Vin is in the pit as well. Payson's in the pit. They're all going for the fresh inters now. But it's going to drop him down in the field. Sam in the pit. Like Sam's now going to get double stacked with his teammate. Yep, some double stacked with base in there. So we've got one lap of racing in there. Some really good hard racing between a few guys there actually. 3 wide into turn 1. And then we had Luca and Vin going side by side throughout the pretty much from the end of the S's all the way up to the hairpin. Some crazy scary racing from them guys. I would have bottled it. That would have been me, and that would have been done. Jed leading there. So Luca then picked on the last safety car. He's on a lot fresher tyres than the 3 ahead of him. So is Lancer as well, by the way, and CPR Danny. So they were down in like P8, 9 after the first safety car. Now a few guys have pitted under this second safety car. They are back up to P4 and 5. How many people have pitted? Yeah, it's just the front 3 then that have not pitted yet in this race. What percentage of where their tyres are going to be on. He will lead us away there on the restart. He will probably not be on this lap, he'll be on the next. Smith's in P2. He's actually done a good job today so far, Smith. Looking to hold on and get some good points in. Everyone else has stopped though, they will be on fresher tyres. Chris is back up into 11th. Kiwi's on a recovery drive, he's back up to 10th. Finney actually done quite well actually from P18 to P8. King James will be happy, he lost his front ring on that in lap of that last safety car. And dropped loads of positions, so did Extremist as well. He was down 32 seconds as well. And managed to catch up. The biggest loser at the moment is Vin and Sam, who are now at the back of the field. Chris is out, Reflection is out. And remember, there's a maximum amount of times a safety car can come out in this game. I think for Japan it's 3, maybe 4 times, but I'm pretty sure it's 3. Don't quote me on that. I don't really know, quite early in this race, but we should, if there is any more instances, only be limited to 1 more safety car. Ooh, is that it? Josh has pitted. Josh has pitted and he's put on the full wet tyre here. We are going to go gambling. We've got full wets here. And we'll keep an eye on that then. That tells me that it's not going to dry up this race. It might even get dry, might even get heavy up. Never let it dry up. Bold decision. We'll keep an eye on that though, because as you can see, there is a dry line on the track. Not much, but you can see the darker part of that track. It's still wet. So he's going to have to run in the wet parts off his track here just to make sure he doesn't overheat these full wets, because I don't think it is full wet conditions. There's a few puddles, but still going full wets. Just will lead us away on the restart. Just turn the stops off, take a bit of the screen. Safety car, yeah, safety car is coming in. There's a Jesler now. Just let the safety car pull away. He will maintain a good speed. Last time he went into the start of the chicane. When's he gonna go now? Even warm that time. I need to warm up, I don't feel. We'll look behind. Some of his onboard, see if he got good stuff. Oh, see if he twitching. Jesse's got a fantastic start off the start there. And it's Adrian Smith that's in trouble here, and he's getting absolutely swamped as we come down to turn one. It's a free wide. Oh, there's contact, there's a big crash. There was a crash there. I don't know who's lost the front wing. There was definitely a front wing that went flying. I don't know if it was Casey or CPI Danny there, or Luca that just lost the front wing. It's not Casey. I can't see. The rain is just hindering my view. I can't. Oh, Smith gets spun around by CPI Danny, and there's another front wing. That one was definitely coming off an Alfa Romeo. It definitely was the Alfa Romeo's front wing that's gone. Was it Luca that's lost part of his front wing in the Aston Martin? Someone lost a bit of front wing. That's a mystery. So whoever lost front wing in turn one, I think it might actually be Luca. It's going crazy around his track. Lancer is dropping back here. He has got front wing damage. He's dropping down the field. Skelly now going around the outside. Oh, that's not great for Lancer. Yeah, he's lost his front wing. I'm trying to figure out who was the other guy that lost their front wing. Oh, it was the Ferrari. By the looks of it, yeah. Caden's got a missing front left end plate there. So it might have been Caden lost it. You see how he's losing the turn in there at 130R. Will he pit in to get that damage repaired? I reckon the steward's going to be busy tonight, but Chris has given the stewards the day off as he will be taking over. So into the pit. Adrian Smith is carrying on. I'm pretty sure Adrian Smith at the stage, but he's stayed going. He's in P4 there. Yeah, got damage. So Jesler leads. He's 2 seconds down the road after that chaotic restart from CPI Danny. Luca is in P3, but I keep. Yeah, Luca's got wing damage as well. That front left end plate, and his car has gone. That is how CPI Danny's going ahead. Chris is out. Chris is out. We've got a virtual safety car. Basin and Chris come together. Bason's got a 5-second penalty for hitting Chris, and he's lost his front left end plate. So only a virtual safety car then. What a crazy restart we've just had. Absolutely nuts. Jeff was there at the front. He just went, he just left them all. Mike saying Japan looks awful in the wet. I think it's killing a few people. VSC is still available on now, and there we go. It was on, and it's gone. So VSC has now been disabled, and we're back up to racing speed. Just the leads. CPI down in second. Skelly and Sam Newton going side by side as we approach 130, and Sam just gets ahead and gets that position. He's up into P8 now. Goes Sam. Skelly thought about how they're going to the chicane. Oh, Skelly's run deep, and now he's got Vin around the outside. Vin now takes P9. Skelly's lost 2 places in the space of 2 corners. He's got Adrian Smith just behind him. Oh, Skelly's had a massive twitch there, and he's lost his whole front wing. Just a little bit of a monobrow on the Alpine at the moment. Look at that. There's a little brow. Got the Hitler stash on front of the Alpine. Basins into the pit for a new front wing. Zanek's coming for new tyres. Field and has literally been split up into about 4 different groups. And CPI Danny has caught right up to the back of the leader, Jesler here. Has Jesler had a moment with CPI Danny just putting the paces? And CPI Danny Looks like he's going to go to the midpoint. Jedda's still on old Inters here. The tyre advantage on Jeddah on old Inters, struggling a bit. Stays ahead of Seco Danny from there. Luca is definitely struggling without that front end plate. He's dropping away from you and dropping